Taking a seed and producing an award-winning giant pumpkin is an enormous task, but that's what inspired a local gardening enthusiast to craft a children's tale with her grandson as a key figure. I sat down with Jean Huxtable-Hamersky to learn more about gardening and being a first-time author.
Well, the inspiration came after a visit I made over to Michigan, where I met a man who was growing gigantic 1,000-pound pumpkins. And he explained to me the whole process of how you grow them and what you have to do. And he actually gave me some seeds, which is unusual because these people who grow these giant pumpkins are usually very protective of their seeds. But I have a grandson, Parker. He was about 9, and he loves gardening like I do. And so I gave him 3 seeds and explained to him how he's supposed to plant them. And he lives far away from me, so he's on his own. And he grew a vine that was 50 feet long. He was very proud of it. He knew to break off the blossoms of all but one blossom. And he grew a pumpkin, about this side, which he was very proud of. And then he and his dad and I were sitting around talking about, wow, if you grew these pumpkins where it's really cold, you might need to bring the vine inside in the pot. But then what would happen if you grew a gigantic pumpkin inside your house? And how would you get it out? And Parker said you'd have to take the roof off. And I said, well, you probably don't want to do that to your house. And so we were just brainstorming. And so from there, I got to thinking, oh, that'd be a cute picture book for kids. And so there's a sense of reality to this story, but also some imaginative things too. I think there's a couple of main themes of Parker's Pumpkin. One is the idea that a grandparent can garden with their grandchildren and what a bond they can develop. They learn together about plants, how to solve gardening problems, what to do if this happens, what to do if that happens. And then in the book, the whole community comes together. So you see that gardening can affect the whole community, the enjoyment of it. So that bond with a grandparent was important. And then, just the importance of gardening and the joy that you get and what you learn from it and how it feeds you. I know when I go into our garden, there's a sense of peace and just that enjoyment of, oh, I wonder how much it grew today. I wonder if the pepper plants are going to be blooming. And so it's a real learning, real fulfilling experience to be working with the earth and gardening. My grandson, Parker, was really excited to see the book because all he had seen was words on paper. And so he wanted to take copies of it, and give it to his friends, give it to his teacher. And we did end up actually, he and I presented it in his 4th grade class that one year. And he was really proud about that. And he really likes to sign the books. He likes to be involved in the festivals, the pumpkin festivals that we go to in the fall. And he's a good salesman and always it makes him proud to be able to sign the book for people who buy it.
Jean feels strongly about getting children interested in gardening.
And we've learned the importance of kids being outside and just, playing in mud puddles and using sticks and the curiosity that the outside can instill. And with gardening, they're learning about nature and how it works and the cycles and growing and dying and how you can save food. Yeah, I was born and raised in Nebraska, and both my mom and dad loved gardening and being outside and watching things grow. And they really believed in taking care of the earth and that we're all a part of nature. And how awe-inspiring nature is at how it works and so on. And we had a few vegetables in a small vegetable garden, but mainly my mom was really into flowers. And she grew beautiful iris, which she would cut and have us take to school to give to our teachers. She grew violet plants inside. She had plants inside. just the joy I saw from her taking care of those beautiful flowers and having us smell them and making bouquets. And so I guess that just infused into who I was, how fun and how rewarding it is to garden.
Jean co-wrote the book with the help of her son, Jack.
It was a lot of work. Um, I didn't really know what I was doing when I started, so it was like someone told me publishing is a jungle because there's so many ways you can go and so much to learn how you can do it and what you should do and so on. So it was a big learning experience for me. Having the book come out was just fantastic.
Jean found a unique way to support the work of the Brown County Seed Library while she is out promoting her book.
I have a friend in the Brown County Seed Library the Brown County Seed Library saves heirloom seeds, and then they package them in little envelopes like this. And she knew I'd written this book. She said, "Jean, why don't we package some pumpkin seeds for you? You know, regular pumpkins, not the giant, huge ones, but." And I said, "That's great. I'd love that." And so every time I sell one of Parker's pumpkin books, I hand them a package of little pumpkin seeds that have been packaged just for the book, and then a flyer that talks about the Brown County Seed Library too. So we figured out, I've handed out over 100 of those packets. I've had to go back to Melissa and say, "Hey, I'm about out. You need to package some more." So that's been a great teamwork for me, a great connection to besides selling a book, I'm still promoting gardening. Go home and grow some pumpkins. So I like that.
You can find Parker's Pumpkin on Amazon.com or look for Jean at area festivals and workshops. Find a list of her events on her website. There you can also learn about her second book, Marley's Masterpiece.